Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and I'm here today with my trusty sidekick, Memphis. And we have a fun hip and glute focused practice for you today. It's gonna get a little bit spicy, possibly. So just be ready. Grab a couple of blocks to have. So if you want them, you can use them. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and I'll see you in a few. All right, so we are gonna start on our backs, so go ahead and lay down. If you want a blanket underneath your head, that's cool. If not, that works too. And we're gonna start either with your feet on the mat, feet nice and wide, knees dropping in. If it feels all right to do so, you can bring your knees wide. Excuse me. Soles of your feet together. It's way too early for that. And come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. And if this feels uncomfortable, the blocks are really great to have. I'm gonna pretend my hand's a block because I forgot to grab them. To grab your blocks, and you can place them underneath your outer thighs here. If you don't have blocks, you can use your fists. Just close your eyes and start to settle in. And start to relax the weight of your head. Maybe you can let it kind of bunk a little bit, side to side. Feel your shoulders soften. And the weight of your hips and your legs. And just notice where the soles of your feet touch. If they're touching each other or the surface of your mat. Take a few moments just to enjoy the rhythm of your breath, the energy in your body, and the fact that you made it here today on your mat. It's worth celebrating. Let your breath deepen. A couple more rounds of these nice, deep breaths. And then from here, you're gonna bring your knees in, keep them wide. You can just give yourself a little hug here and maybe rock back and forth. Ah, that's good. You're gonna keep your right knee in, stretch your left leg out, and just do some circles. And then in the other direction. Yep, all right, and bring that guy in. Happy baby. And if that feels really tight, you can always bend your left knee. And breathe. Oh, goodness. And then from here, you're just going to take your right ankle over the top of your thigh. You can use your right hand to encourage that external rotation. Keep that right foot flexed. Okay. And then right foot to the mat. Left knee in. Same deal. You can stretch that right leg out. And take your left knee into circles. And you can switch directions. Oh. All right, and then that half happy baby. Oh, keeping that right leg straight, or you can bend it back in. And breathe here. That's already spicy. That's all it takes. Okay, and then we're gonna take this left ankle over the top of your thigh. You can use your left hand. Nothing crazy for this first little bit. Just work that external rotation. All right, and then left foot to the floor. You're gonna take your right ankle over the top of your left thigh and bring your arms in nice and close. And we're just gonna come into an easy bridge here. Try to keep these hips as, level as you can. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're just gonna set your hips down. And without using your hands, draw your left knee in. one of my favorite things to do. And then let your left foot hit the floor. And we're gonna add a little funk to this. So you're gonna bend your elbows so you can press a little bit into the upper arms, and they're gonna help keep you steady. Press into that left foot and lift your hips again. This time you're gonna draw your right knee into your chest and kick your right leg up straight. And then draw your right knee in, hook that ankle, and set it down. All right? Same thing again, we're just gonna add a little bit more. Lift the hips, draw your knee in, kick the leg up, and then take it out to the right. Oh, and then back up, knee in, cross that ankle, set your hips down. And you know what? Draw your left knee in. Oh, and then set it down. Now we're going super spicy. Lift those hips, right knee in, kick your right leg up. Take your right leg out to the side. Now you're gonna bend that right knee, sneak your right shin behind your left heel. Keep your hips lifted, press your right shin down, lift your left leg up. Left foot to the floor. Kick it out to the side. Sweep it in. All right, knee in, cross that ankle, set your hips down, and now you can draw this left knee in. If you wanna use your hands for support, you can come into the full, a little bit more rest version of your figure four. Take a breath or two. Okay, and then left foot to the floor. Right foot next to it, and take your feet nice and wide, or as wide as you can get them, and let your knees fall to the right. Bring yourself up through the middle, let your knees fall to the left. And back up through the middle, and bring your feet a little bit closer together, maybe hips distance or somewhere around there, whatever feels comfortable. And then left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Let your arms rest. Here we go. Press into your right foot. We're gonna lift those hips. And again, nice and level, or as level as they can be. Inhale. When you exhale, hips can lower, and you're gonna draw that right knee in. Oh, yeah. Okay, right foot to the mat, bend those elbows. Press into the floor with your upper arms. That's gonna keep you steady. You ready? Ready, steady? Lift your hips and draw your left knee in and kick your left leg up. Then bring your knee in, cross that ankle, set your hips down, and let's bring that right knee in. Right foot down, lift your hips, left knee in, kick it up, and then out to the left. Boop. And back through the middle. Bring your knee in, cross it over, set it down, right knee comes in. Here we go. Here's the full Monty. Right foot down. Lift your hips, draw your left knee in, kick it up. Take it out to the left, and then bend that left knee, sneak your shin behind, keep your hips lifted, right leg up. Right foot down, kick that left foot back out, sweep it up, knee in, cross that ankle, set it down, and now you can draw that right knee in, take your hands, slide them through and grab a hold of that right leg. And let yourself rest here for a moment or two. Ready? Right foot to the mat, left foot's gonna drop down too, and I'll take your feet wide again. Let your knees drop over to the right, arms come out to the side. This time you can take your right ankle on top of your left thigh. If that kills your knee or your low back, then just come back and do your little more gentle variation here. Okay, right foot to the mat, up through the middle, and over to the left. And then you can take that left ankle on the top of your right thigh. Okay, back up through, both feet down, bring both knees in. Here we go, we're gonna grab the backs of your knees and we're gonna roll up into a boat. We are, don't worry. Oh, if you could Stick the landing, give yourself a round of applause. It's glorious. Take your knees wide. Grab a yoga toe hold on your big toes. And we're gonna kick the right foot out to the side. Maybe it straightens, maybe it's just feeling a little, that's okay. Bend that knee and then take the left one out. And you're gonna bend that one. And then from here, we're gonna kick them both out. And if your knees stay bent, it's totally cool. The idea here is just to plug the arm bones back into the sockets and extend through your heels. And sometimes your hamstrings just don't want to get more extension than where they are. Totally fine. Keep your spine long. Then we're gonna zip those inner thighs up. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Uttanasana. You can use your hands or roll through and fold. Take a second here, maybe to sway a little bit side to side. Beautiful. All right, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen it out. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Stretch up through your ring fingers, lengthen through your tailbone. And then hands down through prayer. Take a second. Come let your eyes close. And just check in. We got a lot of bottom half of the body opening already. Maybe you want to take your head and bop it a little bit side to side. Do a couple of little rolls through your neck while you stand here. All right, then refocus. Arms by your side, stand nice and tall. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, find some length here. When you exhale, you're gonna fold, plant your hands and walk it back, downward facing dog. And when you get back there, you can take a second, pedal it out a little bit. Oh, nice. Okay, and then rock forward into your plank. And you're gonna drop your knees, find table. Okay, take your right leg, stretch it straight back behind you. Low belly lifted, float that right heel high without sagging through your low back. Then we're gonna bend the knee, press up through your heel. Get yourself a little glute activation there. And then you sweep this leg out to the side and give yourself a couple of rounds of nice big old circles, like you could paint on the walls with your knee. And then in the other direction, just mindful of that outer left hip. Try to keep it stable and steady. Yeah. Right, and then you're gonna let that inner right thigh drop without the knee hitting the floor, and then sweep it up for a little hydrant clamshell-y type thing, and then let it drop. And then sweep it up, and let it drop. Last one, sweep it up, and we're gonna kick it out straight. Boom, drop the foot, toes point straight forward, tuck your left toes under, send your hips back. Yes. Inhale, come on, back up. Press into those hands. Stay as steady through your hips as you can. And we're gonna float this right leg up. Just like that. And then pull your knee in. Oh, and hold it here. You got it. Kick it straight back behind you. And then sweep it over to the left. And tuck your toes when you get there. Press through your heel. Take your gaze over your shoulder. You can look back to your left or back to your right foot. Then you're gonna take this right knee and sneak it behind the left, right there. Take the heels as wide as they can go. Start to walk your hands back. And maybe tight hips keep you right here. Sorry, ma'am. Or you can start to roll yourself all the way into your Gomukhasana. Take a moment. And if you're seated between your heels, you can fold out and over those knees. If you're somewhere in between, just think of your sitting bones stretching back. It's all good here. Then you're gonna walk your hands forward, come back into your twisty leggy table. And the right leg is gonna sneak back behind you. And then pull this knee in again. Gonna walk your hands forward, keep that knee pulled in, tuck your left toes, and we're gonna lower down. When you get there, kick your right leg out to the side. Now I'm a big fan of trying to keep the sole of my foot on the floor, but if you want to just keep the leg out to the side, that's cool. Slide your forearms underneath you. Find Sphinx. Find your Sphinx with your upper body. It's slightly different from Sphinx because we have our leg out to the side. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Keep your core muscles active. We got this. Oh. And then slowly lower down, hands come underneath. We're gonna bend this knee in, heel close to you, press into your hands. We're gonna come on up through plank. And then drop this right foot back behind you. And that's a nice, easy, wild thing. And then plant your hands again. Downward facing dog. Let yourself sway a little bit side to side. And then come on forward into plank. Boop. And lower those knees again. Table. Core strong. Feel your low belly draw in and up, and then take that left hand, or that left hand. Oh, it's just a hot mess today. Take your left leg back. Belly strong. Feel that left heel lift. And you're gonna bend your left knee, press up through the sole of your foot. Yep. And then some circles. Trying to stay steady through your hips. Feel this outer right hip pull in and up to stabilize. So you're a little bit stronger and you have a little more motion through this left side. And then circle in the opposite direction. Yes. All right. And then you're going to take this thigh parallel to the right one. We'll do our little hydrant thingies. Gonna lift up and then down and lift up and then down. One more. Lift it up. Kick it out straight. Boom. Drop that foot to the floor. Toes point forward. Tuck your right toes. Oh, and walk your hips back. Yes. All right. Come on back up. Press into the floor. Nice strong core. Float that left leg up. And then sweep it back behind you all the way over to the right. Tuck your toes, push through your heel. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Yes. Then we're going to tuck that left knee behind the right. Take your heels wide and start to walk your sitting bones back. And maybe you stop right here. Totally fine. Find the place where you feel like you're good. Maybe your butt goes all the way back. Can lengthen up and fold. Kind of depends from day to day, right? All right, here we go. Rock it forward. Find your twisty leggy table. And then this left leg's gonna sneak back behind you. Gonna draw the knee close in and hold it here. Oh, this is gonna be impossible with the fuzz ball next to me. I'll spin around. Right, gonna hold it in tight, walk your hands forward. Elbows in, chest forward. We're gonna lower it down. Tuck those back toes. Kick this left leg out to the side. Maybe you can start to root toward the pinky toe edge. Come up onto your forearms. Oh. And breathe. Find your Sphinx Variation. Sphinx. Roll your shoulders back and lift into your chest. Oh, nice strong core. Okay, slide your hands under your shoulders. Boop. Bend your knee. Here we go. I'm gonna keep those toes tucked, press up through plank. Oh, and then wild thing. Step it back, lift it up. Oh, and downward facing dog. Swing it around. Pedal it up. All right, take your gaze forward, walk or hop, Uttanasana. Come on up, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. And hands down through prayer as you exhale. All right, so we're gonna add on to that. And I'm just gonna keep going from side to side just to, you know, keep you confused. All right, here we go. Nice strong Tadasana. Inhale, come out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, downward facing dog. Take it back. If you really want to throw in a vinyasa here, you can. I don't want to take that away from you. I'm going to skip it today. Oh, all right. Forward into plank and lower those knees. Take your right leg back. Nice strong core. Big old circles. Bend that knee, take it out and around. And then in the other direction. All right, one clamshell. Let that inner thigh drop and then sweep it up. Nice hydrant, kick it out, drop your foot. Slide your hips back. Inhale up, float this leg up. Here we go. And then knee in. Oh, hold it tight. Walk your hands forward. You're gonna lower it down. Don't let that right thigh hit the floor this time. Roll the shoulders back, lift your chest, press into the hands. Here we go. Lift it up. Drop the ball of your right foot. Wild thing, come on up. And then a right foot's gonna step forward. Drop your back knee, Anjanasana. Inhale, reach it up. Soften through your shoulders. Take a second here as you scissor your inner thighs. Give yourself a moment to work into the front of that left leg. And then take your fingertips down to the mat. I'm gonna shift forward into standing split. So if you want the blocks, totally useful here. Kick back through that left heel, take your chest forward, inhale. Exhale, drag your left knee in. We're gonna come on up to stand. You can take your left hand to this left knee. Find your balance here. Then we're gonna take this left foot and just step it back a little bit and like almost behind your right foot there. Hands come to your hips, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your elbows in, inhale. When you exhale, half fold. Lengthen out and over. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, out and over. Press through that right foot, inhale, come on up. One more, we're gonna hold when we get there. Shift your weight into that right foot. Sweep the left leg back and then step it back. Crescent lunge, inhale it here. When you exhale, take your hands to the floor. Step back through downward facing dog. Inhale, forward through plank. And lower those knees, find table. All right, left leg goes back. Nice strong core. We're gonna bend that knee. Here we go, circles in the hip. And then the other direction. And then drop that inner thigh. We're gonna do our little hydrant pose, right? Flex that left foot, sweep the left leg up, kick it out, and then drop your left foot. Tuck your right toes, send your hips back. You got it. Inhale, come on back up. Here we go. You're gonna lift that left leg up, squeeze your knee into your left tricep. Walk your hands forward, keep those right toes tucked. Lower yourself down, try to keep that left thigh lifting, and then press into the floor, come on up. Wild thing, left foot drops back, lift your hips. All right, we're gonna float the left foot up, and then step it forward for Anjanasana. Drop your back knee. Inhale, bring it up. Oh, nice soft shoulders. I'm gonna breathe really heavy into the microphone. So it's really awkward while we're practicing. It's glorious. Feel your sides lengthen up, fingertips stretch up, inhale. Then exhale, hands come to the floor, standing split. Grab those blocks if you want them. Shift forward, press the floor away, and lift yourself up. Lengthen as you push back through that right heel, and then slowly drag your right knee in. You can grab a hold of it with your right hand as we come up to stand on that left foot. Okay, and And then your right foot's gonna sneak back behind you. Keep that right knee bent. Most of the weight in this left foot. Hug your elbows in, lift through your chest, inhale. And when you exhale, we're gonna come out and over. Little half fold, just to bring some love into that left side. Inhale up, exhale out and over. Inhale up. Last one, we're gonna hold it here. Sneak this right leg back, little baby warrior 3. And then step it back, crescent lunge. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Here we go, step it back, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, walk or hop, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, reach it out. Stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. All right, so we're gonna add on just a little bit, okay? Inhale, bring it out and up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a breather here. Shake out your head, your feet, your hips, your lips. I don't know. Come on forward into plank. All right, you're gonna lower the knees. Right leg back, same deal, low belly in. Bend your knees, some circles. We're getting circular. And then in the other direction. Yes, and then our little clamshell, right? So drop it down, and then lift it up. Hold it here and kick it out. Boom, drop your foot. Tuck your back toes and just rock your hips back for a second. And then come on back up. Here we go. Press into those hands, lift it up. And then drag that knee in. Here we go, walk your hands forward. We're gonna lower down. Try to keep that right knee floating. Oh, inhale. And then press into your hands. Oh God. And come on up, wild thing. Oh my gosh, I just showed you that it doesn't have to be pretty, right? Just come on up. Then we're gonna step your right foot forward, Anjanasana. Drop your back knee. Inhale it up. As you exhale, relax through your shoulders. Sink into your hips. Keep your legs active though, even though we sink down, right? Legs nice and strong. And then hands to the floor. We're gonna come up into our standing split, rock it forward. Oh, come on up. Okay, here we go. Left knee in, gonna come on up to stand. Do, 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 do. Okay, all right, and now left foot's gonna step back a little bit. Keep that knee bent. Most of your weight through the right foot, hands come to your hips. Squeeze those elbows in, inhale. And then our little half fold here. Come out and over. Inhale it up. Exhale, out and over. One more, inhale it up. And we're gonna hold it when we get there. We got this, shoulders in. Shift your weight and then float this left leg back. Warrior 3. Arms come forward and then sweep them into cactus. Take your left knee, see if you can bend it and bring it toward your left elbow. And then we're gonna kick it back behind. Find a little curtsy. Hands come to prayer. This is it, I'm gonna hang here for a second and then we're gonna shift back into this right foot, sweep the left leg out to the side for a standing hydrant. You ready? Press into the floor. You can bend the left knee, sweep it open out to the side. Try to keep your chest low. Maybe kick the leg out. Sweep it back, warrior 3. You got this, warrior 1. Oh. Oh. Inhale. Through your warrior 1. Both feet on the floor, feels like heaven. Deep breath. And then warrior 2. And flip that front palm, reach up. Stretch back, reverse warrior. Inhale up through your warrior two. And then we're gonna windmill this left hand down to the floor. Find a little twist here. We can hang here. If you wanna roll onto the outer edges of your feet and kind of twist it around and lay on your dog, that's cool. Come back through, both hands to the inside of your right foot. Sneak your right foot out to the side. Take a moment here in a nice lizard lunge. You can take your back knee down if you want, or keep it lifted. But we're gonna stay on the hands for this one, only because our next thing is gonna bring us there, right? So hands to the mat, lift the back knee. We're gonna lower through Chaturanga. As we do, sweep this right leg back, okay? You ready? Here we go. Sweep it back, out and around, lower Chaturanga. Step it in, upward facing dog. Oh, downward facing dog, up and back. Yeah, baby. All right, bring yourself forward into plank. Last little bit, knees down. You ready? Okay, belly strong, left leg back. And then bend your knee, find those circles. Nice, steady, even hips, we got this. And then out and around to the other side. And then let that inner thigh drop. Gonna open into your clamshell or your hydrant pose. Then kick it out straight. Ooh, drop it down. Send your hips back. Inhale it back up. Here we go. Knee in. Hands come forward. Sorry, Memphis. Here we go. Gonna lower yourself down. Oh, try to keep that knee floating. Well, I guess it doesn't have to float. It can just land on your dog. Press yourself back up. Wild thing. Boom. And lift. All right. Left foot. It's gonna step it to the top. Drop your back knee. Anjanasana. Let's do it. Strong legs, soft shoulders. Easy smile. That's gonna be our mantra today. Strong legs, soft shoulders, easy smile. Ding. Okay. Ready? Inhale. Hands to the mat. Standing split. Grab those blocks. Shift it forward. And then right knee in. Gonna come all the way up to stand. You can hold the knee if you want. A little bit of extra support here. And then your right foot's gonna step a little bit behind. Soften that right knee, most of the weight to the left foot, right? Shoulders roll back, hands to your hips, lift up. And then we're gonna slowly fold. Let your hips slide back a little bit. And then inhale up and fold. Yep, and back up. Really fire that glute as you come up. Last one, lower it down. We're gonna hold it here. Feel the glute fire. Start to sneak your right leg back. Arms sweep forward. And then bring them into cactus. Take your right knee. Bring it toward your right elbow. You got this. Boop. And then step it back. Find your curtsy. Over to the left. Take a second here. Try to keep your weight as much as you can to this left foot because we're going to ground down and then slide this right leg back out to the side. Bend the knee to start. And then kick it out. Boom. Sweep it back behind you. Warrior three. Ah! And then a warrior one. If you crash, laugh it off. Come on up. Vera one. We're bound to crash, right? Soften your shoulders. Strong legs. Soft shoulders. Easy smile. Inhale. And when you exhale, warrior two. Here we go. Flip your front palm, reach up, stretch back. Reverse. Oh, yeah. And then a warrior two. Windmill that right hand to the floor. Pivot on the ball of your back foot. You can hang here as you sweep the left arm up. Find your twist. If you want to drop onto the outer edges of your feet, that's cool too. You can go for that here. And then we're going to sweep it back up and find your lizard lunge. I know, I'm sorry. Did my foot touch your foot? And you can drop the back knee for a moment. Are you upset? He's very upset. All right, here we go. Stay on those hands, tuck the back toes. We're gonna lower through Chaturanga and sweep this left leg back and around. Chaturanga, forward facing dog. And downward facing dog to crabby facing dog, which is what Memphis looks like. Oh, take a few breaths here. Let your hips sway a little bit side to side. And then from here, you're gonna gaze forward and tiptoe to the top of the mat. You're gonna bend your knees. Keep bending them slowly. Come on down. Once you get your butt to the floor, you can use blocks on your descent. Grab the balls of your feet, the big toes. Gonna stretch the legs forward. Find that balance on your sitting bones. And then open it wide. Bring the right foot in and the left foot in. Grab the backs of your thighs. Make sure there's nothing crazy behind you, like spiky or dangerous. And you're gonna roll back down. Plant your feet. And let's go for a bridge here. When you're ready, press into your feet. Arms come close to your sides, lift your hips. To the center of the back of your head, press into the floor. Deep breath here. And then lower it down. Take your feet wide. Let your knees fall over to the right. You can slide your gaze over to the left. Then back up through the middle and then over to the left with your knees. And you can slide your gaze to the right. And then back up through the middle and hug those knees in nice and wide. And stretch your legs out. And if you want to come back into your Supta Baddha Konasana for your rest, you can. If you prefer to take your legs stretched all the way out, and that works too. Feel yourself relax into the floor. All the work. The last 30 some minutes, just relax from your body. And as you soften into the support of the floor underneath you, let your awareness move back to your breath. And if your mind wanders, it's all right, just bring it back. Back to the rhythm of your breath. Your inhale, your exhale. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. Or when you feel ready, you're going to start to move your fingers and your toes. Feel your breath deepen so your awareness comes back to the surface of your body. You can hug one knee in and then the other. Come to rest on one side. feel like you want to come back into your day, you could stay here for a while if you want. And press into the strength of your arms. And come on back up. And find a comfortable seat. If you can keep your eyes closed the whole time, then that's cool. Feel your shoulders relax when you get to the top. Feel your spine lengthen up and bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra. Give yourself a moment to bow your head and honor your time on the mat, your body and your breath, your hips and your glutes. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here, and I really love practicing with you. I hope to do it again soon. Drop a comment below, like, subscribe. I've got other videos. Share with a friend. Spread the love. Namaste.